Now, when I noticed as soon as Slash walked in, the first thing he did was comment on my haircut, which
Wait, did you get that at Supercuts?
Supercuts, yeah,
Looking good.
yeah, for real,
Looking good.
And when Slash asked me, he said, "What did it cost you at Supercuts?" And I said, $25. He goes, 25? It should be 8. And I said, Supercuts should be 8. And he said, I said, but not in Santa Monica Boulevard in Hollywood. It's just like New York City. Even Supercuts is 25. But after he commented on my stellar haircut, he immediately went into Myles' room, and the door closed, and there was like, I sensed heavy business things going on in there.
No, actually, we were...
When you gonna dump these guys, get back on
World domination was being plotted in the Wiltern.
You would be surprised at the silly things that were being discussed.
Talking about your haircut?
Well, yeah. I was debating whether I should get a mullet at Supercuts. Do a little business in the front, party in the back, or bring back what I had my senior year, which was exactly that. But I also had the body wave, so it was like, it was really bad. Like my senior picture is pretty much, the epitome of all that was the 80s.
What is the body wave?
You don't remember the body wave?
No.
So the body wave was essentially like, the ladies know, it was like a looser version of a perm. And my mom would be like, you got such fine, your hair is so straight. She goes, what you need is a body wave. And I was like, okay, Mom. So she sent me to this lady in where they lived at the time, and it was JCPenney. It was a JCPenney hairdresser. True story. So I ended up with this body wave, and it basically just ruined my senior year because I got back to school and my girlfriend, it looked so ridiculous she wouldn't even hold my hand.
You got to put that on Instagram. We got to see.
Oh,
that.
yeah.
It's already on there.
Is there? Wait,
there's plenty.
Mark, did you do it?
A fan came to a meet and greet with his yearbook, and we went through and we picked out the band shot. There's a bunch of dudes in the band, and he's sitting all serious with his perm. Staring in the middle of the picture.
Let's get a little blue steel. Yeah.
Not to go down a hair rabbit hole here, but have you always rocked short hair, Mark?
I had long hair for the very first professional shoot we ever did back in the day. I was working, I guess you could call it professional. It was a local college rag that told when the bands were coming through town. And I worked in the kitchen at Chili's, and I asked my boss, can I go out and take a photo shoot real quick for the local newspaper? So he let me step outside for 10 minutes, and I had my Chili's shirt on, my long hair, and it was on the cover of the local newspaper.
What was your role at Chili's? Were you a server, or you worked in the kitchen? What'd you do?
I was a cook.
You were a cook?
Yeah, for 5 years, yeah.
Did that scar you for life, or what?
I am scarred for life. I have actual scars that I got from cooking, but no, I had a lot of good times, a lot of bad times, a lot of good times in the kitchen.
Myles, what was your early job? What did you do?
A lot of things, because we were kind of out in an area where there was a lot of farming and whatnot, and so I'd pick strawberries bright and early in the morning at that time of year. But how I earned the money for my first guitar was cleaning horse manure.
Ooh.
So I would get $1 for every stall that I would clean, and each stall would take about 45 minutes. So it was child labor at its worst. And I cleaned, my first guitar was an Ibanez, I think it was called the X series or something. Those of you that remember the Ibanez's from the 80s. And I think it was like $350. So I cleaned a lot of stalls to get that guitar. And to this day, when I see that guitar, I smell horse poop.